Hi everyone, I wanted to share our garage sale day with you. Me and my grandsons threw together a garage sale so they could make some extra spending money for our trip to Colorado, and we had so much fun and made millions of dollars, and I want to show you how to do it too.
Yeah.
Seriously though, we did not make millions, but we did a good job. This is the second time that I have thrown a garage sale together, and I wanted to share some of my tips with you on how to have a successful garage sale. When I say I have had two garage sales that I have thrown together, that's exactly what I mean. I decided to have them, and within a week I had everything put together. And actually, I think the first one that I had in this manner, I put it together in 3 days, and it was not stressful. Everything went pretty smoothly, I think. So I wanted to share my tips with you on how to have a successful garage sale, or yard sale for that matter. If you don't have a garage and you're going to have it in your yard, it's will be the same principles. So hopefully you get some ideas and tips, and you can apply them to a sale that you will have in the future. So what do you need to do? In this video, I will break down what you need to do once you decide that you are going to have a sale. I will talk about the week of the sale, the day before the sale, the morning of the sale, during the sale, and then what you are going to do after the sale if you have any items left over. Once you decide that you are going to have a sale, you will need to start gathering items throughout your house. And it's easier if you have a systematic approach for gathering your items. Maybe you want to go room by room, and you can also go through closets first, or maybe drawers first, and just have a systematic approach so you don't forget to look through um, every square inch of your house, because you will discover there are items that you completely forgot about, that you no longer need, that you can get rid of and turn into a few extra bucks. So once you have gathered everything through your house, you've gone through every room, you've gone through closets, drawers, boxes, bags, you've gone through everything, then you want to start sorting your items by category. And by category, I mean you want to divide them into groups of maybe kitchen supplies, decor items, crafting supplies, clothing, things like that, maybe toys, whatever items that you have. And you'll see in the pictures that I will include, I have clothing, kitchen items, I have garden supplies, some crafting items. So just think about dividing them into categories. And if you think about going shopping at a retail store, you will notice that items are gathered in different departments. So you want to think about setting up your sale that way. That is going to make things look more organized and just more inviting for people to make purchases. So then you'll want to prepare to price items, and this is where it gets super simple. You want to think about pricing everything or almost everything at $1. And as I said, this is the second time that I um, put together a yard sale. I priced everything, almost everything, at $1. I had a handful of items that I priced a little bit higher, but for the majority of the items, they were priced at $1, a bit more than $1. But you are going into this sale with the mindset that everything is going to be priced at $1. Now, some items you might find are not worth $1 quite, but what I typically do is I will gather some like items together, and I will make a little bundle of several items, and that way you are clearing out some smaller items, and people will feel like they're getting a better deal. Maybe someone might pay a quarter for some little item, but if you throw in a few items, then that will make them more apt to purchase that item. And for example, I would take some crafting items and put them in a large Ziploc gallon bag, and that way people could just grab it and then feel like they're getting a great deal, and you're getting rid of some items that you're not using or you just have too many, and it's a win-win because you are actually paying people, or I'm sorry, people are paying you to take their stuff away, and these are items that typically you would donate or something, but you're making a little extra money. The week of the sale, there are some things that you need to think about. You need to make sure you have some change on hand. And both of the sales that I did not get that much change. I think I had maybe $50 in $1 bills. I got a few fives and a few tens. And really that's it. When you do the dollar prices on everything, you're not going to need quarters, dimes, nickels, and things like that. You're just going to need mostly the $1 bills and maybe a few fives and tens and possibly 20s. You want to create some ads because you want to get your sale out there to people so they know that you are having a sale. And what I did was I went to Craigslist and I put my ad on Craigslist. I also put my ad on the neighborhood site, and I don't know in your area, but we have what's called Nextdoor. So I put an ad on Nextdoor, and then I also put ads on each of the major yard sale sites. And if I remember, I will include what those sites are. I can't think of them right off, but I will include either in the video or down in the link or the description below. You will also want to update your ad. Anytime you list anything, just make sure that you include that in your ad. Do a very detailed ad. Both times I made my ads, I made them detailed. I listed as much as I possibly could. I think that that is what really helped. And I kind of asked some of the people that came to the sale about the ads or what they were looking for. And a lot of them said they really liked the fact that I had a very detailed ad with a lot of information. A lot of the ads that you'll see will just say yard sale or garage sale, so and so date. They may list a few generic items and that's it. And I like to go to garage sales or yard sales, rummage sales, and if they do not list more than just a generic listing, then I typically don't go to it because I'm looking for specific things and I don't want to waste my time. Gas is expensive, and so these days you don't want to waste your time or your gas. So it is nice to have a detailed list, and as I said, just update it as you continue to sort and go through items. And so you will want to make some signs. You will see, and I will include some photos of the signs. On the sign, you are going to put that everything is $1 and less tagged, and that will be one indication to everyone that you are going to sell things for $1. So when you make your signs, you'll want to think about a sign for any entrances to your neighborhood, and then you will need one for each corner. And I've made this mistake. Make sure the arrows are facing the correct direction on the sign. House, remember, we're trying to make this simple. We want to make it easy, and also you don't really want to spend any extra money to put your sale together. You are in the idea of making money, not spending money. So use anything you have around the house. I used some totes. I stacked some totes and used those to set some things on. I even just put some things on the garage floor. So anything you have that you can elevate items, that makes it so much easier for people to look at. And if it's easier to look at, then they are more apt to buy the items. Now you have made it to the night before the sale, and you should have all of your items separated into your categories, so it should make it super simple for you to start setting up in your garage. And you'll just need to start setting up your tables and just organize everything nicely and neatly in your garage so you are ready to go in the morning. It does make it easy when you have a garage, but if you're going to have a yard sale and everything needs to be taken out, you might just want to map out how you're going to set up outside. That will make it quick and easy for you to just set up your tables outside in the morning and start taking everything out and setting them on the areas that you have designated. Now you are at the morning of the sale, and if you are having a yard sale, you will need to think about getting up a little bit earlier because you'll need to take all of your items outside. If you are having a garage sale, everything's set up for you, so you may be able to sleep in just a few more minutes, but you will need to put your signs out the morning of. Hopefully you have someone at your house that can do that for you. My husband and my oldest grandson took care of that while I was doing some last minute prepping. But if you do not have someone there helping you, as I said, you will need to get up maybe a few minutes early and take the signs and place them at your entrances to your neighborhood and the corners. You'll also want to have some snacks and drinks ready for yourself, and this will just alleviate the need to go inside the house when you have people outside looking around at things. There were people steadily coming to the sale. It started at 8 o'clock, but I believe I had people show up at 7 o'clock, which is fine with me. I don't mind the early birds. Some people don't like that, but I was set up and ready to go, so everything was fine. Just make sure you have some snacks and some drinks ready to go. While you are up and running, your sale's going, you are having shoppers come by, and just a reminder to show some kindness and to be friendly to your shoppers. They are there to spend their hard-earned money on your items, which helps you out. It helps them out. You get rid of some stuff and make a few extra bucks. They get a good deal. And so just show some kindness and be friendly. I have personally gone to sales where the kindness and the friendliness was lacking, and I've turned around and walked away. I don't see any need for that. We can all be friendly to each other. And I'll tell you, this sale that I had some wonderful people stop by the sale and just talk and visit, and it was really nice. So sometimes it's more than just selling your stuff. You really get to meet some of your neighbors and you get to talk to them, and it really turns out to be a great day. So moving on, you will also want to make sure you keep the walkways clear. The last thing you want is for someone to trip over an item and get hurt. So just keep a lookout, because as people are coming in and looking through your items, they're going to probably not put them back exactly in the same spot, and some people are in a hurry. So just make sure that all the walkways are clear, which brings us to the next point, and that is to straighten and condense as the day goes on. When there's no one in your sale, just kind of straighten things up, condense them, bring them all in closer together, and that will make sure that there's no items in the walkways. It will make the sale look like there's still quite a bit left to sell, instead of having items spread out looking like there's not much, because you will see people will drive by and look, and they will keep going if maybe they don't see too much to look at, or if they don't see items that they're interested in. you will get some drive-by shoppers, I guess, as you can call them. And then also, as the day goes on, start making some deals. You'll notice people will pick things up and set it down as the day goes on. Just, tell them you'll take a lower price for it. Some of the strategies that I used, I would notice that someone picked something up and maybe put it down, and I would tell them if they buy whatever's in their hand, they can get this other item for free, or maybe pick out 4 things and get them for $1, or just whatever you can to start making deals. You will notice that people love a deal and they will typically buy whatever it is that they picked up and put down if you are willing to make a deal with them. You have finally made it to the end of your sale, and you will want to have a plan for any items that did not sell throughout the day. And one tip that I have, and this happened to me, you'll want to make sure that you call your local thrift stores or charity shops to make sure they are accepting donations before you drive all the way there just to find out they are not accepting donations. And as I said, this happened to me before, so I had to find another thrift store to take it to, or I think even one time I had to bring the stuff back home until the thrift store was accepting donations again. So if there's several in your area, just give them a call, make sure they're accepting donations, and that way you can just load up any items and go take them and drop them off. You could also take the nicer items to a consignment shop. Consignment shops will accept your items, and then once they sell, they will split the proceeds with you. So that's just another option if you have some nicer items or items that might generate a little bit more of a profit. And then you can also just give items away for free. This is something that I definitely do. I had some items, namely a dresser that did not sell, but a lady showed some interest for her friend. I think I marked it all the way down. I started at $10 and I marked it all the way down to $1. She said she wanted to see if her friend wanted it. I said that her friend could have it. She did mention to me that her friend was trying to get back on her feet and was struggling. So it's always good when you can give some items away to help some people out. So that is another option for you. And I hope these tips help you. I hope that you are able to put some of these practices into action. And I hope that you have a successful garage sale or yard sale. If you use my tips, I would definitely like to hear back from you. Leave your comments down below.